Hi, this is Jay Smith. Do you like poetry? Well, you have come to the right place. I've written poems on everything from human evolution to history to running, for sailing, and some stories as well, even in Spanish. So stay tuned and I hope you enjoy this. And hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Okay, see you later. Hi, this is Jay Smith with the Poetry Channel. How much do you know about the history of South America, Central America? Probably not much, because it's not taught in most schools. But you should, because of the fact that some of the cities there, particularly in South America and Peru, date back 5,000 years ago. And in fact, in Caral in Peru, there are pyramids that are contemporary with the pyramids of Giza in Egypt. So there's a lot of history there that can be discovered by archaeologists and, in fact, is being investigated now. I'm going to be telling you about a kind of a new style of writing that I'm exploring, which has to do with the souls in the afterlife. And this is going to be a dialogue between Atahualpa, who was the chief Inca, last chief Inca, who was killed by Pizarro when Pizarro entered South America. And so let's listen to a dialogue between Atahualpa and his chief counselor. I hope you find this interesting. So this is called Dialogue of Two Lost Souls of Peru. The two souls from Peru are conversing in the afterlife. Everything on earth is obscured. One of them is the soul of the Sapa Inca, Atahualpa, and the other is his chief counselor. They worry for their civilization about what happened after the destruction for the Spaniards. Did their civilization contribute anything lasting? What is the destiny of their land and peoples? Soul of Atahualpa, oh my people, I have utterly failed you. Soul of chief counselor, no, my lord, it is we who did not defend you against the evil interlopers. Soul of Atahualpa, I allowed these heathens into our land. I saw not the danger of their steel nor their steeds. Soul of chief counselor, how could you have known, Lord? No one has seen such vicious people. Their character was completely unknown to us. Soul of Atahualpa, they were in plain sight, but we were unaware of their overwhelming thirst for our metals of the sun and the moon. They were drunk with desire for these, and would do anything to obtain them. They saw not the beauty of the design, but only the base metal was of value to them. Soul of chief counselor, do not despair, my lord. We had our own time in our lovely lands. We laughed and drank much chicha in the baths of Cusco and Cajamarca. We enjoyed cool, scented evenings with dancing, rejoiced in our travels over the scenic mountain roads paved with smooth stone. Remember the well-stocked tombos in our sacred valley? Remember Pisac and 1,000 pueblos of well-fed and happy citizens who welcomed us with open hearts. We shall always have these memories. Soul of Atahualpa, oh, I do, counselor. I have other memories, delightful and wonderful. Soul of chief counselor, what do you mean? Soul of Atahualpa, do you remember the citadel high in the mountains? Soul of chief counselor, ah, but there were many. Soul of Atahualpa, yes, but not like this one, perched precariously on a mountain among the clouds. The view overlooked the river far below. I remember the arduous summer visits and the climbs over the paved roads, but each step was worth the effort for that spectacular view. Do you recall it now? Soul of chief counselor, yes, Lord, that very one, I recall well. Soul of Atahualpa, do you suppose it yet exists? The Spanish destroyed everything they could find. They laid waste to our temples and sacred places, and they built their heathen churches and palaces. Soul of chief counselor, who knows, my lord? Let us hope that some remote temples and refuges survive the evil Spanish. Soul of Atahualpa, we shall raise a cup of chicha and wish for the best, counselor. Soul of chief counselor, Lord, what of our civilization? What gifts did we leave for mankind? Did anything survive, or is it all dust and ashes? Soul of Atahualpa, oh, counselor, surely much survives, even if only the written word of the Spanish conquistadors. Soul of chief counselor, Lord, we forgot something. Soul of Atahualpa, what, counselor? You must tell me. Soul of chief counselor, our knotted recordings, quipus, surely those survived. Soul of Atahualpa, ah, yes, the Spanish despise them, calling them works of the unseen deity, the devil. To them they attributed all evil. But it was They who are evil, certainly not their gods. They will have destroyed every one of them they can find. Soul of Chief Counselor to Atahualpa. Surely some survived. Soul of Atahualpa. Yes, I suppose in remote places a few survived, but what of the art of reading these knotted books? The Spanish were not interested in such arts. Soul of Chief Counselor. I know not, Lord, but we must hope that something survives. Otherwise, why would our civilization have existed? Otherwise, there would be nothing of our labors to pass on. Soul of Atahualpa. But I was a powerful Lord. I'm certain that something of our civilization survived. Soul of Chief Counselor. We hope, my Lord, that not all was in vain. Something must have survived for future generations. Soul of Atahualpa. I think some things lasted. Do you know why I believe this? Soul of Chief Counselor. No, Lord, please inform me. Soul of Atahualpa. Recall that we found the ruins of civilizations past, long before ours, yet their artifacts remain. This gives me hope that something of ours yet exists. Soul of Chief Counselor. Yes, Lord, I see and believe. Our civilization did not perish, and our descendants must survive. Soul of Atahualpa. Oh, but to see this, what a dream. Soul of Chief Counselor. We dream for our descendants. We dream for our lands. We dream for our memories and contributions. Soul of Atahualpa. I dream with you, Counselor. Soul of Chief Counselor. It was a pleasure to die near you, my Lord. Soul of Atahualpa. No, my friend, it was an honor to have lived at your side. Soul of Chief Counselor. We did not live in vain, my Lord. No, Counselor, we did not. We lived in peace and happiness before the Spanish arrived. Soul of Chief Counselor to Atahualpa. Lord, you forget so quickly. Soul of Atahualpa. What did I forget? Soul of Chief Counselor. The war before the Spanish arrived. Soul of Atahualpa. Ah, yes, it was with my brother, a most bloody war. I have forgotten. Soul of Chief Counselor to Atahualpa. Perchance it eased the way of the Spanish conquest? Soul of Atahualpa. Perhaps, but that was in the past, and our souls must occupy the now. Soul of Chief Counselor. And so they shall, my Lord, so they shall, for an eternity. Soul of Atahualpa. Shall we have another round of chicha then? Soul of the Chief Counselor. It will be a pleasure to drink with you always, my Lord.